What a day! Germany put 7 past a World Cup debutant. Japan came back from behind twice in the final 20 minutes to deny the Dutch. And Ivory Coast quietly made their Group E statement. If you slept on day 4 of the 2026 World Cup, trust me, you missed the kind of football that reminds you why we love this sport. Stay right here, because tonight we are breaking down every single result, every talking point, and previewing the matches you cannot miss tomorrow. Let's get into it. Welcome to SoccerVault, your no-nonsense passionate home for everything. World Cup 2026. I'm bringing you every result, every talking point, and a look ahead at what is coming up next. Let's go. First stop, Houston, Texas. Germany versus Curaçao. And let me just say this right up front. Curaçao are a nation of 160,000 people making their very first World Cup appearance in history. That is remarkable in itself. But what happened on the pitch? Germany showed them absolutely no mercy whatsoever. Felix and Mecha opened the scoring in just the 6th minute, the fastest goal of the tournament so far, combining beautifully with the electric Florian Wirtz before steering a first-time finish of genuine world-class quality into the far corner. Clinical, devastating, and precisely what you expect from a Germany side that came into this tournament with serious ambitions. But then, in the 21st minute, the unthinkable happened. Livano Comenencia deflected a shot past Manuel Neuer, and Curaçao, the smallest nation in World Cup history, had equalized in their debut tournament match. The crowd inside NRG Stadium went absolutely wild. For a few beautiful, extraordinary minutes, the scoreboard read 1-1, and a fairy tale felt genuinely possible. It lasted 12 minutes. Nico Schlotterbeck powered home a header from a corner, completely unmarked, free as a bird at the back post. Kai Havertz rolled in a penalty after Mecha was upended inside the box. Then Jamal Musiala, sprung in behind by a defense-splitting Joshua Kimmich pass, swept coolly into the bottom corner. Nathaniel Brown, making his World Cup debut, volleyed home a finish of such composure it made seasoned internationals look nervous. Substitute Deniz Undav added a 6th from close range, and Havertz, not done yet, completed his brace with a late finish to make it 7. 7 goals. 2 players on debut finding the net. Felix and Mecha's 6th-minute opener as the tournament's fastest goal. And Germany didn't just win, they announced their presence to every single team in this competition. Group E may as well be decided already. Now, if Germany's demolition was the story of the afternoon, what happened later in Dallas was the story of the entire tournament so far. Netherlands versus Japan. 2-2. And if you think you know how it ended based on that scoreline alone, you have absolutely no idea what Japan put us through to get there. The Dutch looked comfortable and in control after Virgil van Dijk, captaining the Netherlands with genuine authority, powered home a header on 51 minutes from Ryan Gravenberch's cross. 1-0 Netherlands. The performance had been solid. The crowd had settled. Job done, many thought. Japan were not having any of it. Takefusa Kubo played a neat ball into Kato Nakamura, who drifted outside the area and rifled the ball low into the net, via a deflection off Jan-Paul van Hecke, to pull Japan level at around the 57th minute. Stunning. The Dutch didn't panic, though. Crescencio Somerville cut inside from the right flank onto his weaker left foot, ignored the overlapping Denzel Dumfries, and fired an excellent finish beyond goalkeeper Zion Suzuki at 64 minutes. 2-1 Netherlands. Surely, that would be enough to hold on. 89 minutes. A corner from Junya Ito. Ogawa rising at the back post, his header looping up and taking a final, telling touch off Daichi Kamada. And into the net. Dutch goalkeeper Bart Verbruggen gets a hand to it but can only help it in. 2-2. Japan had done it again. The Dutch dugout was furious. The stadium was on its feet. Daichi Kamada had delivered one of the defining moments of this entire World Cup, and Japan's dreams of reaching a second consecutive World Cup knockout stage are still very much alive. That comeback will be talked about for years. And in the third match of the day, Ivory Coast faced Ecuador in Group E, and it was a tighter, more tactical contest than the earlier Germany result suggested. Ivory Coast were the better side from the first whistle, pressing with energy, creating chances, and ultimately taking all 3 points through a single clinical goal. A 1-0 win that was efficient, professional, and devastatingly important in the context of this group. Ecuador now find themselves in real trouble, needing results in their remaining matches just to stay in the tournament. The fight for that second qualifying spot behind Germany is going to be absolutely fierce. Don't sleep on this group. Now, here is the biggest talking point of the entire day, and I want you to think carefully about what it means for this tournament. Japan. 2-1 down against Netherlands, 26 minutes left on the clock, against one of the most technically proficient European squads at this World Cup, a side containing Van Dijk, Dumfries, Gravenberch, and Somerville. And what did Japan do? They didn't sit back. They didn't park the bus and hope for the best. They pressed. They moved the ball with purpose. They created opportunities. And then, at 89 minutes, they produced a moment of pure brilliance. This is not a fluke. This is not luck. Japan have been doing this for years. They beat Germany in the 2022 World Cup group stage. They went toe-to-toe with Spain. They reached the round of 16 and pushed Croatia all the way to penalties. And now, 4 years on, under the meticulous guidance of Hajime Moriyasu, they are doing it all over again at the biggest stage on the planet. Here is my take, and I am not hedging on this. Japan are the dark horse of this World Cup. Not a cute story, not a sentimental underdog narrative. A genuine contender for the knockout rounds and potentially well beyond that. Their combination of tactical intelligence, pressing structure, and match-winning individual quality in players like Kamada and Kubo is as good as anything in this entire tournament. If you are not watching Japan with serious attention right now, start watching. Today. Right. Let's look ahead, because tomorrow is absolutely stacked with massive matches. First up, Spain versus Cape Verde, kicking off at midnight SGT on June 16th at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Reigning European champions Spain, led by the brilliant Pedri, the irreplaceable Gavi, and the sensational teenage talent Lamine Yamal, open their 2026 World Cup campaign against Group G debutants Cape Verde. Spain's possession-based style should dominate the contest, but Cape Verde have earned their place here on merit, and they will be organized, compact, and genuinely dangerous on the counterattack. Let's be real, though. Spain at a World Cup fully fit with this generation? My bold prediction, Spain win 3-0, but don't be surprised if Cape Verde make them work for the first 30 minutes. Then at 3 a.m. GT, Belgium versus Egypt in Seattle. And this match has Mohamed Salah written all over it. The Liverpool legend enters what could be the greatest chapter of his international career, and the stage is set perfectly for him to deliver. Belgium, post-golden generation, still carry genuine quality through Kevin De Bruyne and Romelu Lukaku. This is a proper contest with genuine tactical intrigue. My prediction, Salah opens his 2026 World Cup account, but Belgium sneak it 2-1 in what will be a tight, tense affair. And at 6 a.m. GT, two-time world champions Uruguay face Saudi Arabia in Miami. The team that shocked Argentina 4 years ago in Qatar against a steely, pragmatic Uruguay side built around Darwin Núñez's devastating pace and power up front. Saudi Arabia will come with a detailed game plan, they always do. But Uruguay at a World Cup are a different proposition. My bold call, Uruguay win 2-0, clean sheet, professional, but Saudi Arabia make them earn every single second of those 3 points. That is your full day 4 World Cup 2026 download right here on SoccerVault. 3 extraordinary matches, 7 German goals and a record broken. A Netherlands side denied by the brilliance of Japan at 89 minutes, and an Ivory Coast win that keeps Group E wide open. Tomorrow is equally loaded. Spain, Belgium, and Uruguay all in action. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss a single update. If you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button. It makes a massive difference to this channel and helps us reach more football fans who love the beautiful game. Subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, and drop your prediction in the comments below. Which match are you most excited about tomorrow? Spain against Cape Verde, Belgium against Egypt, or Uruguay against Saudi Arabia? Tell me. I want to know. See you tomorrow.